Hello and welcome to the 93rd episode of the Gochuucast. And today, I don't know, but Spatula said he had something that I would like that he has to mention.
Putting me
So
on the
I'll let
spot,
you.
bro.
Something
Putting me
you would like
on the
that's very
spot.
interesting.
Okay. Well, it is actually. I'm like you'd actually like it. I did watch the movie. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I did watch it.
I see.
It
I
was
see.
really
Okay.
good. It was emotional for sure. Um, I I don't know why I just decided like I don't have too much time this week. Honestly, for the next like couple months, this could be pretty hectic for me because I'm preparing for graduation and stuff like that. But um, so I'm like, screw it. I've got some time. Let's watch a movie. Let's watch an anime movie. This one seemed pretty good. I know Daniel likes this one. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, it was definitely emotional. I thought just like I didn't cry, but I could definitely see like why people would cry
Yeah, like it got
100%.
me like towards the end, but like it's not
Yeah,
really like a tearjerker kind of movie, I guess. Like
some people are like, bro, I used my entire box of tissues. Hyperbole, but still. No,
I mean,
I
I
get
get
it.
it.
Like,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah,
It does
yeah,
spend
it
you
was
like
definitely,
most of the time preparing for it. Um,
yeah. Um,
it is. I think like it's like such a small twist at the end of the movie and like how things go down, but
yeah,
that's what makes it like such an interesting. Like, it's already like a good character study, but just like that extra little oomph in there is like what made it so much more interesting to me.
yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know why this is like one thing that stood out to me, but I don't know what your opinion on the, I guess, animation is, but like, there's like one thing that stood out to me. I don't know why, but I thought like the first one of the first scenes in like the library, it just looked like so smooth. Like I don't know why, but there was like a scene in the library that just like sticks in my head when I think what's his name Haruki was like I think like picking up books off the floor. I know animation is like the 15th like most important thing in the show because it's all about the dialogue and the relationship with the characters. But like I don't know why it just looked like hella smooth. And I like the art style too. So that was like one thing that like I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I'm still thinking about that scene. Um, but yeah, overall I thought it was it was very like I just like the relationship and obviously knowing the backstory of the characters and um you know how it ended. I guess it's very sad, but uh yeah, I just really liked it. I don't know if I'd put it ahead of like a Silent Voice um
I have them
or
like on par because like I think
yeah
for like Silent Voice probably tells like a more complex story, but
yeah
I think Pancreas probably does a better job rounding the characters. Like
mhm,
like Silent Voice has a lot of side characters, but only like none of them really mean anything, at least within like the
right
movie. Um, but with Pancreas, like there are like some side characters, but they're like super side. So you get like mainly it's just like a focus on the mains, and I think it does
yes
a really
yes
good job at
exactly
that. Whereas like Silent Voice, like the main character, main male character does gets a lot of treatment, but the things with like Nishimiya are mostly subtle or just like in the
yes
manga.
yeah I think also just the premise of a Silent Voice is like very interesting to me. um yeah, just the treatment of deaf people in general, and I thought that premise is just something that I had not thought about, or that I was not, I guess, expecting from an anime movie or movie in general. It's just
Oh my
what? What's up?
god.
What did he
I,
put?
so you know, like you'll get like random like bot DMs sometimes, and they'll be like, "Hey
Mm.
there, I just got a DM from Goku that just says, hey, hey there, it's me,
Oh my
Goku."
god!
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
dude, this is so funny. Holy shit. This has. What fucking server do I share? Okay,
That's what I always wonder when I see them. Because it's always like the most random
it's places
servers,
where I
but
get emotes from. It's a VTuber server. All right. Well, I got messaged by Goku.
Oh my god! That's a that's a momentous message. That's an important part of your Discord history. Getting messaged by the Goku. What is this? Here is crazy. That is an insane way to introduce yourself as Goku. Oh my gosh.
Just,
Just hey,
Be
just,
what's
funnier.
up,
it's
bro?
just straight up
Be funnier if
fucking
it was
Goku.
Be funnier if it was a you up.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I was just saying I just really like the premise of Silent Voice, and I think that's partially why I liked it more than I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Although in terms of like storytelling and dialogue and you know relationships between the characters, I thought both did a really good job of that. It's just Silent Voice is I don't know more kind of unique story I guess. So I don't know that's why I liked it more. But both are really good. So yeah, definitely a good experience. A very good recommendation in the movie that I managed to see this week. So yeah, that puts my number of anime movies, like actual anime movies, at like 5 or 6 or something like that. I don't know, so somewhere around there. So I'll have to watch some more of the classics to
The
see if
classic.
there's anything better. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of. I don't watch a lot of anime movies,
yeah,
which I should like. I should watch more. There's a lot of good
hmm
ones out there and ones that I'm interested in, but it is like I can hardly dedicate myself to sitting down for an episode. So it's like sitting down
yeah,
for 5
yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
And I don't.
Um,
I refuse to pause movie. I fucking hate pausing movies unless it's for like a
oh my
quick
gosh.
second to like maybe use the bathroom. But like pausing and like, all right, well,
Sure, sure. Yeah, once you
wait a
start,
day
yeah,
and come back. It's like no,
I don't like pausing movies, but I'm so easily distracted that it just ends up happening
it just
sometimes.
happens. Pauses make themselves. Yeah. Um, well, the one I want to see next is Weathering with You. That's like one that other people have
no.
talked about.
Yeah, it's like discount
I
your name.
still
Yeah, I
I
know
still want to
it's
watch Suzume.
Yeah, I'll watch that
yeah,
at some
that's
point.
yeah, I saw that one. It was pretty good. I liked it. Still not as much as Silent Voice, I don't think, but it's good. Sure, yeah. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, Weathering with You
next.
is next on my like movie checklist, but I don't think I have anything else in mind. But yeah, that was my week of anime. How about
You
you
want to
guys?
hear about my week?
Yeah, let's
I
hear
mean,
it. Let's
most
hear it,
have
So
bro.
things to please me
so
actually.
update. Last episode we talked about a little show called Shangri-La Frontier.
Yeah, with the bird, bro.
Um, with the bird. I am now caught up with all 19 episodes that were out.
Are you a fan?
No, I watched 19 episodes, but I didn't like it.
I mean,
Clearly,
dude, Daniel watches entire shows that he hates, so
bro, I
Yeah, but
watched
PK
3
doesn't
episodes
watch
of
shows
shows
that
I
you
No,
don't.
I
liked.
know.
Yeah.
The second I said that, I'm like, okay, sure, fair enough. Yeah, PK doesn't do
I'll
that.
I'll watch a show and watch 3 episodes and be like, this shit's gas, and then go to work the next day and not pick it back up. So the fact that I did actually catch up and watch everything tells the story. But yes, it is very good. And it like properly scratches that itch for like what I want out of these like video game based shows. It has like enough of the game in there that gets you really interested and like having fun almost as if you're also someone who plays the game, but still like does enough unique stuff. It makes the game kind of unique enough that it doesn't feel like it's just a linear story.
Okay.
I don't know. With all these games, they always have like the weird gimmick of basically like the game kind of creates itself in a way that is kind of hard to always understand
Sure.
because like in this game we had been talking about like the unique monsters and scenarios and stuff like that, and it is like stuff that like people can just come across randomly, and it's like, oh, you're the only person in the game to have ever done this because just no one else has done the conditions to do the quest, which is fun. It's always fun to have something that's like, oh, this is a something that only I have discovered
Right.
with the game based stories. But it's very good. There is a 4-episode just like massive fight that was just purely like gamer boss fight adrenaline. It was great.
You can look at the Hunger
I
Games.
no, I see it. I see it. I didn't register who it was that did it, but I do see it.
That's funny as fuck. I'm not even gonna explain,
Thanks.
but
It is kind of funny.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, boss boss fights are always fun, but they'll have like most boss fights, like, all right, we're going into the boss fight. This, especially like Beaufrey, like, I mean, at Maple Moment, she'll fucking kill anything in an episode, but having 4 episodes dedicated to one boss, and it's just like,
It also like lived up to the hype too. Like um a lot of the like really high bosses in the game are kind of touted as these like nearly unbeatable like super fights, right? And that's kind of hard to build up something that difficult and then also have it actually feel like it was that difficult in like execution. But
yeah,
it had multiple phases, and each phase felt like it was just harder than the last one, and with them all being impossible just feats.
yeah, like it definitely feels like something that would be out of a game. Like, um, you have to like do something specific. I mean, I guess like it is interesting. Like phase one, like didn't seem like that much, but I guess it's just kind of like the ramp up, and then phase two, it's like, okay, if we fuck up this, then it's over. In
Well, and what's
phase,
funny is like phase one didn't seem like that much because um MC's broken, right?
yeah,
That's kind of like what it was. And even he was like, okay, we prepped for this shit and we're still kind of getting fucked up. But it's like going according to plan, right?
yeah, it is interesting. Like it's like the phase three also like kind of like extremely lives up to the fact that this boss is like practically fucking unbeatable.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Like phase
interesting that
3
like,
just felt unfair.
yeah, it's not something you can brute force with like numbers of people either. Because I feel like honestly, the more people you have in that boss fight, like the harder it would have been.
Mhm.
Because, uh,
Cuz more stats, more HP.
I mean,
They kind
the
of
stats on
glossed
it, like,
over it a
yeah,
little bit.
that thing was already like insane to begin with, and like
Yeah.
wasn't really like an eight. Like you're not really supposed to beat the boss in the traditional way, but some of its moves, like the AOE on them, like if you like are running into your teammates and stuff like that, like
Mhm.
it's just
Well, and it was also
interesting.
funny. Um I don't know. It's just a funny scenario
How
Yeah,
many
because it's also
how many
like
people did he have on his team at a time? Like, or like
so
as a group?
so for the most part he kind of plays by himself, but he does have friends that he'll sometimes team up with for various things.
Okay.
yeah. He
But like to the point that we've been watching, he's done like most of the game on his own,
yeah, he has like a
and just
the little
occasionally,
rabbit NPC, but
yeah.
and it just depends on like the boss, I guess. Like she has helped, but she's also like not typically a helper, and so
Also, though they say um that like if the MP because
yeah,
like if a
NPCs
player
that
dies,
die,
you're
yeah, it's
revived,
over.
but it's like if the NPC dies, she's done.
Mm.
So he's
Which is
also
like an
like a little
interesting,
protective of that.
yeah, a little interesting like stake in there, because like when you're playing, well, obviously like him playing the game, it doesn't matter what happens to him, but there's always that like the inkling in the back of your mind, like, oh, if something goes wrong, you know.
Yeah, it's like if something goes wrong while we're fighting this super boss, like I'll be fine, but if the NPC's there, then lose the rabbit.
Dude, everyone in my neighborhood loves to walk their fucking dogs in pitch black night, like literally no other time of the day. Like,
It's okay.
I
I go for walks at night. Not like with I don't know how many dogs, but I always go for walks at night. It's very peaceful. Maybe that's their attitude.
I did, Daniel, read a little bit of the manga after the part where the anime stopped because I have no
Bruh.
self-control.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
It's pretty fun.
I might read it after the anime's done, maybe, but it's not like a priority read either.
Here's the plan, PK. You just now that you started to read the manga, just read it until the end or wherever it is, and just don't watch the anime anymore. Just
Yeah,
and
of
keep it in
course.
keep it in watching. Keep it in watching on your anime list.
Well, the main
10
reason
out of 25 or whatever.
the main reason I read it was because I was kind of curious because they have this like big boss fight that we're talking about and everything,
Mhm.
right? And I was kind of like, there's like 6 more episodes still, and so part of me was like, so what do they do next? To like, because if there was like 1 or 2 episodes more, I would be like, oh, okay, fair enough. They'll have like
Sure.
tie-in episodes, stuff like
6
that, right?
can't
Six
handle that.
episodes, that's like a lot. So it's like I kind of
Crazy.
wonder what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, I have no clue how this is gonna conclude because that like the boss fight feels like it would be a season finale, but it's just
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
So I still like just stopping watching the anime and just continue with the manga just to piss everyone off with the watching in
Did
the
when does episode 20 come out?
It's Sundays.
Okay,
Sundays.
Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'll be a fun one. There's some fun stuff that I think will happen that episode. That is like one of the things I wanted to see as I was kind of going through it.
yeah.
How does this rank in terms of like the other I mean I guess like Sword Art Online, I'm trying to think of like other similar
I'd
anime, but like
I'd have to
video game.
I'd have to really look at them. I think this is probably the game I would want to play the most of all of
Well,
the
okay,
like
yeah, okay,
games I've
that's a
seen.
good way to answer the question. Which game would you like to play in the most? Okay.
I think as an anime, I might like Bofuri more still because the thing that Bofuri does is it kind of like skips a lot of the grinding and just becomes a slice of life, or like we're having this massive event, right? And then by contrast, this one you're kind of following this guy who's just a fucking gamer,
Okay.
and he's just like you'll have an episode and he might be like, all right, so today I'm gonna grind out my levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes make it I
And
guess
it's
like
like,
more
yeah,
relatable. Yeah. It's like,
I think the peaks of this, like the big boss fight, a couple other
mhm.
things, are like some of the best I've seen. Probably comparable to like one I would compare to that is like the Kirito fight in Sword Art, where he brings out the second sword for the first time. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's like a similar moment of like just massive video game, like peak fight moment.
Mhm.
And I would say the peaks of this are up there, but then it's like every Bofuri episode just kind of was like comfy feels nice in like a completely different way.
Yeah, it's a different kind of show. Yeah. I was just curious because that genre is like something I haven't watched, but I mean I obviously know it's like very
There's like some other fun
yeah.
ones. I think Log Horizon
That was the other one I feel like yeah, I've heard a lot
has
of people like, yeah.
so the thing about Log Horizon is it's how would I put it? They get very almost political with the way that they kind of approach it too, because instead of it being they're playing the game like in Shangri-La Frontier where it's just like people playing the game normal, the Log Horizon people are all kind of like isekai'd into it.
Mhm.
So it's like a little bit of different stakes to that because they're also like this is where they live now,
Right.
more or less. So there's like more of like political backing and more of like mystery of you know we have to progress throughout the game to like figure out how to leave or just like to survive, right?
Yeah, you know, we talked about AniList tags are dumb. You know something really dumb? I'm just looking through because he asked like the game question. I'm like, okay, let me just see what
Mhm.
video game
You're
type
like,
anime
let's
I
see what
have.
tags have it.
So
Oh, yeah.
in genre video games, Yamada 999 is not on here, but you know what is on here? One Punch Man
What?
Season 2, Odd Taxi,
I
Buddy Daddies,
think
Yeah, your favorite show, Gamers. Okay, to be
Gamers
so.
is
fair,
Another
I mean it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
another interesting one to add here, but I don't think it's been confirmed that it's a video game or not,
oh
is
no, it is on here.
Grimgar,
I'm just fucking
which
blind.
I've
Holy
talked
shit.
about before. Let me look at those tags too, because off the top of my head, it's like kind of a hard category to think about. Also,
Yeah.
Hmm. Just looking through these. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these are
video
like
games.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that a video game? The OG show? Or
So
I don't know.
Message
some
me
of
back.
them are arcs, right? So like
Oh
Hunter x
shit.
Right,
Hunter's
yeah.
here because Greed Island arc exists. In the same way that like Yu-Gi-Oh is there because
Yeah, why is Yu-Gi-Oh! There?
what's the game based arc they have? There is one. It's like right before Battle City, I thought.
Is it? It's not Dungeon Dice. I mean, I don't think that's like Dungeon Dice is like not like an actual video game. Isn't that the one before Battle City? I could be
Is
wrong.
Dungeon
I don't
Dice
know.
the one right before Battle City? Either way,
No. Yeah,
I swear
yeah.
because like
No, I know
yeah,
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It's like the one
yeah,
with the virtual like thing, like that they have like
yeah,
a screen that like appears in the middle in the in like
yeah, yeah.
space. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of the arc, but yes, yes.
You would know Yu-Gi-Oh better than me, so I might have the wrong placing for it.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think
still
it's
like
after Battle City, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
Goku was just an art scammer. This is so sad.
this is so sad.
Alright.
But yeah, so like
And the
some of these
blonde
will have
Goku.
tags just because like a portion of the show.
Right. Sure. Of course. I still think Yu-Gi-Oh! One's kind of a stretch, but I mean, yeah, it's fair.
I would also say when I think of this too, it's also matters like how much it feels like a video game to me.
Yeah.
Also, because like there's a lot of ones that I can think of that it's like yeah they're in a video game, but kind of like sort of it's a little bit like this, but they do reference the skills a
Right.
little bit. But it's like they're in a video game, but it really doesn't matter that it's a video game. That's just the setting they chose.
Sure.
Whereas in like
I still say like
Potpourri, Shangri-La Frontier, Log Horizon, like stats and classes and level
yeah.
ups and stuff like that all like matter a lot.
I think even if it's not like I mean even if it's not super explicit like the setting, you know, the fact that it's a video game, I mean, I feel like it should matter, right? Like, yeah, I don't
Mm.
know. It's analyst tags, whatever. Like, I don't know. That stuff is always weird, but
The
yeah.
only other interesting one I would potentially bring up to the video game conversation
Uh-huh.
is questionable, but there are a lot of theories, and I like these theories,
Uh-huh.
that Grimgar Fantasy and Ash is the setting of game players kind of isekai'd into a video game.
Okay. But it's not.
Problem is, I
Yeah.
don't believe that's confirmed through the stuff
Sure.
I've read. It's definitely not. I don't know if it has been yet. I also don't know if it'll even be relevant to that conversation that it
Right.
is.
But it's just a theory, a fan theory,
Yeah,
and just like a
because
lot of
like the
people say,
world
we
operates.
live in a simulation, right? That's like what a lot of people say. It's
Well,
like
I
this
mean,
whole
yeah,
thing.
that's essentially the other half of
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
Is like even if it's not like literally a video game, it's basically just like simulation. Because they're all like kind of isekai'd into this fantasy-esque world with all these classes and skills and everything like that, but they have no memories at all when they come in, or well, basically no memories. Maybe like little snippets here and there.
Right.
So it's like one of the most popular theories that this is just a video game based series, just like any other, but it's they're like not aware. Kind of in the same way that like Alicization started with Kirito not really knowing where he was for a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fun. Jingle Out Frontier. In the same way that the fucking what was the name? It was Make You. But what was the full name? Oh, I have to allow
You say make
adults.
you.
Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Isekai make you or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. So in the same way that to me felt like it very much embraced the fact that it was a video game and used that aspect to its advantage.
Mhm.
I think Shangri-La did that very well. And also in a not hentai-ish
Getting
way.
bored.
It-ish.
But like that was the thing I really liked about Isekai Make You was that it was like very relevant and important that it was a video game.
Mhm. Yeah. I guess well, I guess there are other shows, right? Like with like well there was that esports one that came out, and then there was I mean there are a few others like the reference games. Well, New Game is like an
Mhm.
obvious one, right? That's like more of like a different
New
side of
Game,
it, I guess.
yeah, New Game's a
Right?
little different because they're making the game.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
like,
exactly. It's a different angle of looking at video games. It's just kind of I don't know, it kind of surprises me that like things with video games are not more popular. I don't know, it just feels like a I guess like an
yeah, because
overlap
it
in terms of demographics. I don't know. It just seems like something that would be
well, and a
should be
lot of
more
them end
popular.
up
Yeah.
being um funny enough. There's like a lot of these type of stories in
Mhm.
like manhwa, right?
Yeah.
Like you think of
Yeah.
like I haven't watched Solo Leveling yet, but my understanding is it's like
Sure. Yeah.
that kind of setting. Maybe not necessarily a game, but it has like that game
Yes, it does.
progression
Yeah. For
to it.
sure.
And there's like a lot of similar stories like that in manhwa, but surprisingly, not as many in Japanese
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
series that I've
Um,
seen.
I know that like PC gaming is more popular in South Korea compared to Japan, and console gaming is like it's like vice versa. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows?
That could be what it is. That maybe it's just
I
not.
guess if you think about it, like in the context of like a lot of video games in anime,
Hmm.
it's like MMO type stuff, right? Which is generally
Yeah,
played on a PC rather than on a console. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with manhwa, but I believe you. I think that's like that kind of makes sense to me. Whether that's the entire reason or not, I don't know. But that does
because
make
even
sense
like
to me.
Shangri-La Frontier, if I remember right, originated as a webcomic, not
Okay.
not a
But
manga.
apparently, there's I think Penguin said a web novel, which
Yeah,
I feel like webcomic would make more sense though than but it could be
Yeah, it is a
like
web novel. That's what it says here. But yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine in a
Um.
web novel it would be considerably less interesting than, you know.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, it is just interesting. I just feel like there should be more of
I think
overlap. But
what
yeah.
feels more common to me is the settings, kind of like the Yamadas, where they use video games as kind of like a way to bring the people together or kind of like
True.
tie the
Yes.
story together. Because it also, I think of like Recovery of an MMO Junkie,
Yeah.
and the video game wasn't really that important in that either, if I remember right. But it was like the video game was kind of the glue between the two main characters.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's like I guess plot device is a very like not the right word, but like yeah, I know what you're saying. I guess
I think
the thing about like the console versus computer thing, I was thinking about like Tomozaki. Like that's like
mhm.
there's like playing a fighting game, right? It was a console. So that was like I guess that kind of reflects like the culture, right? Like, console games are a lot more popular compared to MMOs. So that makes sense. Yeah. 100%. All right. How about you, Daniel? Anything in anime this week that you did?
um
Anime manga related?
so I guess something I could mention. It's one of the seasonals that we talked about. The Sengoku Yoko. It's gonna have 37 episodes. Is in
I did
such
see
a
you talk about
Oh
this
yeah.
recently.
yeah, it's in such a weird position right now where like I 7 episodes in, and I feel like I just need 37 episodes to actually have an opinion on it because like right now it's well
It's just moving
produced and
slow, or
no,
like
it feels like things just kind of happen per episode without purpose, and like I literally don't. It's in the same vein as like Metallic Rouge, where I literally don't know what the story is. We're just like I know things are happening, and at least in this, I kind of like know why they're happening, but they but they're just still just happening. Like there's no tie-in, there's no story we're working towards. At least right now. Maybe episode 8 will fix that. But episode 7 was one that was really really well made. But I look at it and I'm like, and now what? There was uh a character that was all right. Spoilers, I'm not going to go deep into the details, but there was a character death that
mhm.
happened and I'm like, okay. So there's like no build up to it in any of the other episodes. It's just like in this one episode, it's like, all right, here is what's happening in this episode. Here's this plot device that's gonna force us into a situation where this can happen, and then here's 10 billion death flags specifically in this episode alone. And then it happens, and I can't. And it's really well made, but I can't. I don't feel anything like this guy. I haven't known this character long. We're only so far in, and then the way it happens feels just extremely cheap. And
Mm.
so I just don't I don't know how this is gonna get to 37 episodes. We haven't done anything. We have not done literally anything but
I mean, that's how.
exist.
It's we'll either start doing something or keep doing nothing.
Yeah, but I'm like, they can't keep doing nothing forever
Was
because
this the was this the one that's like finished? So it also looks like the 37 episodes might just do the whole story.
I'm pretty sure the 37 episodes is supposed to do the entire story, from what I know.
Very
Ooh,
interesting.
manga?
And
It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's
Well, I mean,
100 chapters, like
Okay, yeah,
that's
never mind.
reasonable.
That's not.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's not that long.
Yeah.
I don't know how it can physically get there. This feels like a turning point for sure. So it's kind of like
Hmm.
up to the rest of the series from here to make me interested. But like I only really care for one character, and I understand what they want to do with another one. But right now it just doesn't. Or two, I guess two of them. But I don't know. It all kind of just depends on how the characters change from here. I guess I don't know. It's just such
Have you
a
read the manga?
no, no, not. I wouldn't be questioning things if I had read the manga.
I mean,
I'm
I
like,
mean, I guess my point of asking that is like, okay, if it hasn't gone anywhere, like maybe that's true for the manga as well. It's, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the opinion of like manga fans of it
Yeah,
is.
it
If it's like
seems like the
like
manga
maybe.
seems pretty well rated. I've seen some people be like, "Oh, this is where the series
Yeah.
really starts," and I'm like,
yeah.
I
You're like, I hope so, because I don't feel like it's
yeah,
started
It
at
gets
yeah,
all.
at
like I
episode
feel like
35, bro.
looking at the reviews, it says the least popular of Mizukami's big three is still an engrossing story with a unique structure, and I'm still waiting for the unique structure because right now it just feels like even less structure than a battle shonen. It's just like battle, 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 and then like we're just kind of walking around. Like I don't know there's no goal particularly.
Who's Mizukami? Oh,
It's the author.
this is the Planet with guy.
Yeah, and he had another adaptation recently for it was like Biscuit Hammer
He
or
had
whatever that went
Lucifer and Biscuit
really really
Hammer.
poorly
Yeah.
apparently. So, um,
He also, from everything I know, he writes very unique stories.
okay,
Not necessarily in a bad way, but just like Planet with was crazy. And I enjoyed it, but I don't know if it was good, you know? It was just like one of those stories. It
uh
was like,
huh,
okay, I'm here for the ride.
yeah. I'm still waiting for the story to occur. Right now, it's not really unique or a story, and so yeah, we'll see. But
I wonder
it
what's
is just
considered his big three.
have no idea. Sengoku Yoko, probably Biscuit Hammer, and then I don't know the other one after that.
Probably those two, and
Planet With doesn't seem
it,
very
it
well
would
received,
not
so
be
I doubt it's
Planet
Planet
With
With.
because Planet With was anime only. Or it has a manga now, but I'm pretty sure it was anime original when they wrote it. So
I
I
see.
highly doubt that that's being counted here.
Yeah, the manga started in 2018.
And he's written quite a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. There are people that can like hear a name, and be like, oh yeah, they've done this. I'm like, I'm bad at names, so I don't
Problem is, I
know.
don't know most of these things that he's written.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. Like, I'm not a name person, and I'm definitely like, I'm just not a familiar. I'm not good at that. So yeah, I have no idea what the other one is. I guess I could click
It's
on
not
the.
super
Well, I don't
important,
want to click on the
but it's
manga
just
review. That would probably be not a good idea.
yeah. I don't know. I glanced through the list and there was a like decent amount of series on there, so I was like, I don't really want to comb through this to figure out what's peak and what's just stuff that he wrote a little bit of, because he was a lot of series that he's written. Can't say how long they are. It could also just be a lot of things he's written for like 30 chapters, got axed, and then brought out something new. I don't know. That's interesting because there are a lot of people. I remember when Planet With was coming out, there was a lot of people who were really like, "Oh, this will probably be really good because he's writing it."
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's my most major opinion of the week when it comes to anime. I think that I kind of feel almost like the same thing with we've talked about it. I'll bring it up every now and then with Love Agency, where I'm like,
Hmm.
well, I guess
Is
it's not
that still
as
kind of
similar.
just treading water right now?
I'm still in the same position where like every character that doesn't involve the female main character is good, and then it has her, and there's like it's like a coin flip for if I'm gonna care or not. Um,
Do
yeah, it's
an
like,
actual coin flip next.
but, I mean,
Like,
it's very like 50-50 whenever she's involved,
sure.
and I just we'll see how it keeps going because I don't know. I care about like literally every character that isn't her. Oh, well, not every single one. I have a few that I
But
like,
yeah, also
but
female main character is kind of a hard character to not at least care some
yeah, like
of.
I think most people just don't really like her in general. Like I don't know. She's like an odd character. Um, I don't know. I can almost you can almost compare like the male main character to like Rentaro from 100 Girlfriends, just not perfect, and also like the personality is way different. But um, he's just like one of those people that you enjoy seeing him on the screen. Or no, well, the page. He's not. This is an anime,
Hmm.
but yeah.
The
I mean,
screen.
there's things to like about it. I don't think right now it's anywhere near like a Kaguya or an Oshinoko, and God knows if it'll
I
ever make it
it's
to that
just
point.
like those are like big shoes to fill just because Kaguya and Oshinoko hit you so early with stuff too.
Yeah,
That
this is
like that was kind of
Yeah.
the thing that Aki did was just like get you interested early and invested early with these like
yeah. It's
specific
like
stuff.
from what I've read of Aka's stuff. Obviously, I'm finished Ocean or not Oshiko, caught up with Oshinoko, finished with Love is War. I've read a little bit of Instant Bullet, and all of those have like at least intrigued me towards the start. While this one's kind of like
This one's kind
it
of like
starts with
taking
a
its
somewhat
time.
interesting like premise, but then it kind of like does its little twist and then goes away from that in a sense. And so I don't know. Trying to balance a lot of things at once, and we'll see if all those like culminate into something that interesting eventually. But for
Yeah,
right now, this is like one of those things where like if I didn't know who it was by, I'd be like, this is like an alright
you
manga, I guess.
probably would be. Yeah,
Like I'd still be reading it and like maybe not really expecting anything. Like just have it on like a tier of things that like I generally enjoy reading, but I don't expect to be like peak fiction or anything.
Yeah, but it's almost a problem that you know who it's by because you're also kind of sitting there expecting like, okay, when's he gonna turn the corner and show me that it's peak?
yeah, like when am I gonna be like genuinely interested in this? And I don't know. I have no idea. Um, because yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's just it's also I struggle to see. I don't know. I just need to care more about the characters. Like I'm only so invested. You can't invest me like half like with one side of things and then the other half I'm like maybe next week we'll get back to the character I care about. You know, that's not like a sustainable what's it called there?
Yeah, that's not a sustainable
But
thing.
it's still I mean 27 chapters isn't that early. Maybe I'm 28 and I can't remember actually if I ever updated it, but we'll see. I will keep reading it.
I mean,
And
that's kind of the issue that I had been having um when I paused reading My Hero Academia. Was it just felt like it got to a point where there was, several storylines happening
okay, what's 28?
near the end of everything here, and I really only cared about like one of them.
Mm.
Yeah,
And from what I've heard, it's only gotten not necessarily worse, but it's only gotten more like kind of convoluted as it tries to, do the shonen thing and include everyone.
So it's an issue of like just trying to involve all the characters at once when like
Yeah,
there
it's like
should be like
too many
coherent. Yeah.
cooks. Like, because I mean that was one of the things with My Hero is like all of Class A has been somewhat important at different portions of the story, and so it's like obviously in the final arc, all of them need to have their moment,
Right.
but I just don't care
Right.
about
yeah,
all of them having their moment. To be honest,
it's like oh my
Yeah.
god,
um,
Tape Guy got his moment. I don't remember his fucking name.
It's
Like
crazy.
yeah, and it's like that's hype for Tape Guy fans, but like
who's
if
Tape
I'm
Guy,
sitting
man?
there, someone probably Tape Guy's not like uncool.
He's not cool. I
That's
don't know.
fair.
It's like I don't
But
know.
it's like this was the I don't know. It just feels like and it shows because Horikoshi said he wanted to end in like 2022, right? And it is February 2024 and it's still going. And so it's kind of like just too many mouths to feed trying to like tie everyone up really nicely, which I kind of feel like he did kind of write himself into that. Like I do think it would be a little unsatisfying if most of Class A didn't get a moment here at the end because of the way the story has been. But also, I just don't care.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will binge it and finish it when it's finished. I kind of
Yeah,
hit
I've
that
not
point
touched this in so long.
weekly where I was like, I'm just not having fun reading this every
How
week.
much is left like for you in terms of like where you are and where it is now, I guess? Like
There's probably a good amount at this point because I think I stopped reading in like 2021 or
oh well
2022,
there you
Yeah,
go.
I
Yeah.
might
thinking like,
be like 50 chapters behind. I think.
yeah, well, because I was thinking like, oh, it'll be like a year till it's done. Like everything you said
It was
is like,
supposed
oh,
to
it'll
end in
probably be a year.
2022, and here we are, 3 years later or 2 years later. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're still going.
So it's like I wasn't expecting it to be 2024 and still going necessarily, but I was just kind of like, okay, well, if I'm binging, I might enjoy Tape Guy having his moment more than if I'm week to week and I'm like really hyped waiting for some specific thing to happen and then we cut away and have 2 chapters of Tape Guy having his moment,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's kind of how I felt when I was reading one of the training arcs they had in it. Is I was like, if I was reading this weekly, I probably wouldn't be having that much fun, but just binging through the whole thing, I was like, yeah, kind of hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think no, I think that's a fair complaint. I think like especially in, I guess.
It is a very shonen thing.
Just
Just
yeah,
like
yeah. So it's like I feel like I should kind of like in my head I'm like, okay, I kind of expect that, but like yeah, I understand. It's like a
well, it's also kind of like
annoying.
you look at like the opposite of this, which is Naruto, which had this fairly large cast of
Uh,
important characters, all like Naruto's generation, and then at some point it was kind of like, we don't care that much about them. We're gonna go
right,
do our own thing, and like just know that they're like doing great stuff, right? That's essentially what the
right.
second half of Naruto said.
Okay, bro.
It was like just know that all of those other characters, they're doing good, but we're not going
Mhm.
to show you. It's like that's not important. What you want is Naruto and Sasuke,
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
and it's kind of interesting because I also felt like a lot of people wanted more of those characters in Naruto by like
Right,
comparison. So it's a little bit of just like can't win either way
right.
potentially.
Yeah.
Yep. Um. Okay, I did have a question for you guys because it's something I thought about in the shower this morning. Um.
Okay,
So yeah, get ready for something crazy. No, it's not that crazy. It's just an interesting question I thought of because I was like in the shower. I was like, okay, this is what I
shower
gotta do.
thoughts. All right.
Yeah, shower thought. Okay, it's not like a epiphany. It's just a fun question because I was planning out my day and I'm like, okay, I gotta drive back home for 3.5 hours, do this, and then I got recording at 7 p.m. So if you had to go to karaoke and sing one anime song, opening, ending, or insert, which one would it be? I'm
Uh,
putting you on the spot, but what do you think you would enjoy
Trying to think of the
singing?
least involved opening. Oh, the Shadows House.
Least involved.
Shadows House opening one.
Shadows House. Okay.
Yes, for the
Um,
first opening of Shadow House. Yeah.
A Hall of Shadows. That was
so
called.
specifically openings, interesting. It might be this is newer, funny enough, but I both like this song and Yorishika has a very similar vocal range to me, so I think it would actually sound good. But
Mm.
Haru, the second opening for Free Run,
Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've heard
and
this one.
that's like 50-50 because I like it, but also because um I could actually sing it decently and not
Sure.
feel like I'm like not the correct vocal range to be singing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose mine because Shadow's House opening one doesn't have any words. So
Yeah, he
Okay.
did.
I didn't even. I linked it, but I hadn't clicked on it. It didn't have any
The other
words.
the other one I would think of would probably be
Oh
Hello
my god.
World from Kekai Sensen.
Okay. Okay. This
So I
one
have
has
one
words,
that's
right?
a male singer. Both of mine have words. I did not cheat the
Daniel's Daniel's
question.
Daniel's phrase cup. He's dodging my question, bro. That's
I've
fine. That's fine.
I successfully dodged your
I mean,
question
you
here.
did
Good for me.
not. Yeah, you did not set the parameters that it had to
That's
have
true. That's
words.
true. That's
I'm
my
not
This
bad.
is
the
on
guy
It has
who
me.
to,
went
it
on
has
to
to have
like
words. I'll be my question. It has to have words. You have to sing something.
America's or American Idol or whatever, and the guy went up and like sang Tequila, whatever that song's called.
Mhm.
I don't remember this. I only watched the first two seasons of American and like
Well,
season
I
seven. I
don't
don't
freaking
remember
watch
this.
American Idol. I just know the clip. He like to went up there in front of all the judges and just actually just straight up let the music play, and then he'd say Tequila whenever he needed to, and then
Oh, okay,
that's
okay.
all
A
he did.
tequila guy in America's Got Talent. Is this? Yeah, okay,
That's hype.
yeah.
I like
Okay.
that.
It is pretty funny. I don't think
You wouldn't
he
even have anything to do for the Shadows House, right? Like, there's not a single
there's like
vocal
some
cue at
vocal
all,
stuff
or is
in
there
that
just like,
where they go like hot
yeah,
like the little shot like the the gothic
hmm
sounding stuff in the back, but like technically that's
You,
there in
you
that.
okay, if you're gonna do that, you have to recreate the instrumental using your mouth. Like, acapella groups, they have people doing like beatboxing or like whatever. If you're gonna dodge having to actually sing the words, you have to recreate the instrumental.
I could do
That's
that.
that's the
I'm not saying
requirement.
it'd be done well, but I could do it.
Okay. That's fair. You know what? I'll accept that as a substitute. I think mine would have to be the Code Geass opening, the first as the first one.
which
Colors.
one is that? That's not.
Colors?
Oh yeah, it is Flow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I like that. I like that song. It's
That
it's
is
like
a
weird.
good song.
I don't know if I like it like that much, but I feel like it would be such a good karaoke song. Like it's just lively and it's just I don't know. It goes hard. It's not one of my favorite openings like in a vacuum, but like I feel like it would be a really good karaoke song. I feel like you could get everyone in that. Everyone likes that song. Um, but yeah, that was just a random question that came into my head because I was thinking about like anime and like anime openings and like different songs I've liked. And I know they're like in you know, Little Tokyo and all those places, at least in America, that's basically the only place you can find it. But they have like a lot of like karaoke places, but I haven't had a chance to go to one of those. But one day I will, and I'll be singing that song. So there you go. That was my intrusive thought, that question that I had to ask you guys. So thank you for answering. Even though Daniel, I'm still mad you gave me a song that doesn't have any words.
When you linked it, I
You
thought you
kind
were
of
listening to it. I was
set
just like
yourself up
waiting
for
for you
it.
to
I
realize.
linked it just to have a reference, and I was going to listen to it like after I got PK's answer, and then you mentioned that it had no words, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to click this now and then listen. Oh, whatever, fine, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't have any other questions about that, unfortunately.
yeah, no more
No,
shower
no more
thoughts.
weird questions. I'll have to come up with one for next. But yeah. Oh, in 2 weeks we have Crunchyroll Awards, right? It's on March 2nd, right? So
Yeah,
it should
I
be.
think
March
something
2nd.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's on a Saturday. Son of a bitch.
Is it
Yeah,
on a
it'll be
Saturday?
like three,
Yeah.
one, two, yeah. No,
Um,
no,
do
it'll be two.
we
It'll be two. Yeah.
do we strategically delay to Sunday just to get that in?
Probably not.
Well, no, it's on Saturday, right? So we'd be recording. You
We
know what I
would be
mean?
recording beforehand.
Well, if it's happening in a second, we don't. Do we wait? Don't they announce it at
I'm
the
saying
awards?
I'm s-
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
saying do I guess you're right. We still wouldn't have time if it's
Yeah,
Saturday
it would
night.
be like.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I see what
that's
you're
your
saying. You
point.
want to like, yeah, but like, nah. We'll just do it. We'll just do it the week after. That's fine. I just remember that came up in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, it's been so long since they had the nominations, but March 2nd, yeah. So it'll
It
be in two
is
episodes. We'll have
in
to.
Japan.
Yeah.
On so what time is it? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Because
Oh,
technically,
what you're saying is
what
we
I'm
gotta
saying
stay up
is
until midnight or something.
there's a chance that maybe it's at some really weird time in Japan.
If that's
That
a
it's
really weird
actually on
time, we can
Friday.
We're how
maybe
to
squeeze it
watch.
in. Yeah.
It's saying March. I'm not seeing like a actual time.
Oh, okay, I got it here. Let me see. Okay, here. I got it. Well, if you guys want to stay up, you know. Well, I mean, you could do the day up right after.
4 a.m.
I mean, yeah,
I
I'm
work
good. I'm good.
Saturdays at
I'm
I
good.
work Saturdays at 5 a.m. So I will be literally driving to work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll be doing it
we're
the
good.
following week. I think we'll
Yeah,
try
that's fine. That's
some.
fine. We can.
I think it's fine. I don't think it'd be that weird if ahead of time we were
No,
like,
no.
hey, this next episode is gonna come out on Sunday instead of Saturday for this reason.
Yeah, that's such an
But I think
odd
we would have to plan that
yeah,
Yeah, it's
instead of
too.
just being
It's
like,
too.
oops, we're a day late.
because
No.
Crunchyroll's blocked in Japan. It's like, why are they just doing it at Japan time? Like,
I mean, they had to get everyone there. I don't know. Yeah.
no, you can have it
It's
at like a fucking unholy time, and well, I don't know, dude. Like, or just don't have it in Japan. Like, that country literally doesn't give a fuck about Crunchyroll. You can't watch it there, so it's like,
facts, dude. Well, they just wanted to be, in touch with the center of anime.
yeah,
That's
in
that's
touch with anime, and then you see like who they're bringing to present things, and it's like, oh, they
that's
have
that's
Megan Thee
so.
Stallion. I think I don't know. People like, oh, she
Wait.
watches anime. I don't know how much she
Yeah, she
actually
does. She
watches.
does. She does. That's fair.
I don't know
I mean,
which. I want one person to. I want to know what they all watch. Like, do they all just watch the Battle Shonen that are going to be there, or like, do they?
uh, we watched.
Okay, CBR.com. 10 times Megan Thee Stallion showcased her love for anime.
Mhm,
So okay, so
Black
she
Clover.
likes Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, Blue Exorcist.
Okay, hype.
Likes Naruto, Demon Slayer. Apparently, she
So
cosplayed
she likes shonen.
Kakagurui.
Okay, based. Pretty based.
Hot Ones.
I
She
don't know
watched
about based.
Black Clover and One Piece. She likes Psyche K,
Wait, based.
JoJo's, My
Okay,
Hero,
unbased.
JoJo's unbeast.
Inuyasha. Okay, you know what? Maybe she's watched more than I thought she did. Still, like,
Dude,
No, I
actually,
mean,
this actually is like a decent list, but it's also like every shonen known to man
yeah, I
plus
mean,
Psyche K.
yeah.
Kakegurui like a more like it's still like maybe more well not mainstream. I don't know. It's like an interesting one that you wouldn't really
It's
expect.
it's not like unmainstream, but interesting list. I actually do respect that list to some
I
degree.
respect this more than like they have fucking Demarcus
Yeah,
Lawrence from the NFL in there. There's no way he watches anime. Like
Ooh, that's the GoPro. That's not the
because
okay,
I
goat.
think
so
of like I think like RDC World has fairly good anime opinions. However, when they put their freaking anime
yeah,
recommendations on Crunchyroll and it was just like the same most popular shows that everyone would recommend to everyone, I was kind of like, come on, guys. I know like some of
it's
these are like I if I was recommending shows to put on like a Crunchyroll list, yeah, I would have One Piece on there. You know, they're big Naruto fans. I'm like, okay, fair, you can have Naruto on there. But if it's just the entire list was just the stuff you would expect,
yeah.
and I think they had one oddball. I think it was Parasite, maybe.
Like I'm looking at Demarcus Lawrence for it's like the only thing I can see is that he watched Dragon Ball. It's like yeah. Like if he apparently like he has like an interview with Crunchyroll apparently, but like I wish I could know what they've watched more so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
I know there's like I've seen articles of like
Like
different,
surely he's
celebrities and
seen
stuff watching it, but
more.
yeah. The
Why
thing is,
they're gonna have an
oh god.
NFL player that should get Jamal Williams, dude. I don't understand. He only wore the
He
fucking
literally,
Naruto
yeah.
headband during his fucking
Dude,
player
that's yeah,
introduction, so
that
it's
was
like
sick.
yeah, it's a basic like catalog, sure, but at least he has more enthusiasm for this than any other athlete you can get,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they just refuse.
that's sick. Um, to be fair, okay, so like the thing is, I thought about this. I don't know why. This just like had this thought like maybe a week and a half ago about like different NFL players. I think maybe previously, like 2 weeks ago, we had a discussion about like um what was it? I think I asked a question like what kind of shows this was a while back actually. What kind of shows would you get like an old person to watch to get them into anime or something like that? And then I think the thing I'm thinking about is like with other interests, right? Like if you or other interests or things that people say they like, to be fair, a lot of it is kind of like basic stuff, right? Like if
Hmm.
you ask someone if what kind of food they like, they might say, "Oh, I like Indian food. I like butter chicken and like samosa or like the most basic like Indian food ever," right? So similarly, when you ask someone like if they like anime, like I feel like a lot of people are just going to answer like the most popular shonen anime. I don't
Yeah,
know. That just feels
like
like normal. Like
it's
it's like
Well,
like
that's
I'm not
yeah,
saying it's
that's
not
why I
normal,
say,
but this is the
yeah,
yeah.
Crunchyroll Anime Awards where
That's true. That's
a
okay.
large
That is fair. Yeah, it's
variety of things are expected to be talked about, and it's like
yeah. No. I
you
agree.
think literally anyone on like this guest list of like
No,
fucking Demarcus Lawrence, Mega the Stallion are watching like I don't know like
no.
Insomniacs after school? Like no, none of them are gonna be doing that,
well,
and
that's
so
why I
it's like
also say like when we talked about the RDC World recommendation on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, like not there was no single one on there that was bad per se, but it was like if someone's on Crunchyroll, they probably are watching Demon Slayer, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a somewhat safe. And it was stuff like that. Like the
Mhm.
combination of everything they had on there just felt redundant.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I don't know who you would get. Like in terms of celebrities, I guess maybe just don't have celebrities at all. I don't know. That's uh that's just for publicity or whatever. I guess. So it's just
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's not that big a deal to them whether their celebrities have
No, it's
the
not. I
most
think
diverse list as if
sure.
just like the biggest name that can like make do.
Yeah. It's just again, it's just for publicity or like to get other people, to watch it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable about their marketing plan. That's sometimes they just have to have celebrity cameos just to like say, "Ooh, Megan Thee Stallion is like coming to the Crunchyroll," whereas maybe I'll tune in. I don't know.
No one's
Maybe,
gonna
maybe
do
there's
that.
some
No,
overlap
no
there.
one is a big enough like
No, no,
Megan Thee
okay.
Stallion
People said
fan.
that about like okay, but you've seen like, for example, like the NFL with like Taylor
Taylor
Swift,
Swift is a
right? Like,
different thing. She literally,
no,
I
it
don't.
is a different thing. I
That
agree,
is
it's a
like
different thing. I'm
so.
not saying it's a one-to-one comparison at all. I'm just saying that like sometimes bringing in people from like who are prominent figures of like a different demographic, like yeah, you're not gonna get like thousands of Megan Thee Stallion fans to freaking watch the Crunchyroll Awards. Of course not. But it's like
But you get some.
it's just a marketing tactic. How effective it is, I don't know, to be honest, and it's gonna vary. But like getting someone from like a different field just to show up as a cameo in your like whatever product you're putting out or whatever whatever you're broadcasting, that's a very like
It's a
I
big
don't want to
deal.
say standard thing to do, but I feel like that happens a lot. It's like it's just to get people from other demographics to watch your thing. That's like basically it. I can't think of another reason why they would bring Megan Thee Stallion. You guys might have a better answer, but I don't know.
See, but what we're saying also is like I like the Megan Thee Stallion pick, right?
Yeah,
Because we've gone through her list now, and we're like,
yeah,
okay, it's a
yeah.
little
They have a lot.
basic,
They have a
but
lot.
like
Yeah,
she's covered at least the basics and has a few
sure,
on there that
sure.
are might be
Yeah,
on brand, but like Black Clover is not something that everyone watches, for
right.
example.
Yeah,
You know, Inuyasha is old, but like not everyone watches Inuyasha.
yeah, yeah. Again, I agree. I'm just not sure. Like Jamal Williams, like you mentioned. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are other people. I don't know. You'd have to ask Crunchyroll themselves why they brought the people they brought.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
don't know.
that the Jamal Williams one is a fun example because like
Yeah, I agree. It would be
Jamal
better.
Williams would have been the perfect person to bring, and they chose to bring someone
DeMarcus
else who
Lawrence.
Marcus Lawrence, bro.
seemingly has less credentials than a Jamal Williams.
Yeah, I agree. It's just who knows what they had available, who they were able to talk to. I don't know. You never know.
I mean, it's like, and these people aren't showing up for free. It's like they're
No,
definitely getting
no.
paid to do so. So it's
Of
like,
course
why
they get
even
paid.
wait? I don't understand why you waste resources bringing in like bigger names when you could just like get names within the space so people actually watch your
Because
award show. Is it?
they believe they can be wrong. You can think they're wrong. I would agree actually that I don't think they're wrong. They believe that whatever that the people they bring in is going to generate future revenue for them more
There's
than
also
like
like a numbers game behind it, right? Like we can talk about um Jamal having more anime knowledge,
Mhm.
but then it's like, are any more of his fans going to be interested?
Yeah, it's like I, I don't know like yeah, I just don't know the numbers behind it or what their goal
But
is.
how many DeMarcus Lawrence fans are gonna like? It's just so.
All two of them, bro.
At least
All
Jamal
two of them,
Williams
bro.
is like kind of like a. He's like a goober. He's like a fun guy, People like him
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
his personality. People like DeMarcus Lawrence, like, oh, he plays the defensive end really well.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like,
I agree.
and most of those are gonna be Cowboys fans. Like, how many people in like in
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
Texas are gonna
Anime
be?
doesn't need any more. We don't need Cowboys fans in anime, bro.
that is facts.
But like,
This-
I just don't. It'd be interesting to be in the room with like, I guess the marketing team. Fuck, I don't know, dude.
bro, I
Like,
can say that about so many businesses, bro. Some of the decisions businesses make are very puzzling. I'll say that. I agree.
It is interesting too because I do kind of want to just know like Demarcus Lawrence's what he's seen,
yeah,
if anything, right?
I want all of them to have
Because
an any list. I want to
I
know
because
want,
like
I want, I want, I
clearly
want an interview, bro,
clearly he accepted showing up too, and
for
maybe
money.
that's just
I
because they
guess.
offered.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, sure, but he makes plenty of money.
sure,
Like,
sure, sure.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I can't assume that he's just showing up because someone offered money, right? Like, I feel like there clearly should at least be some
It's the off
sort of
season. He's not doing
interest.
anything better.
It's fair.
Cowboys players, they generally have a pretty long off season. Every season. So
Yeah, they do have a long off season.
yeah, they don't
I
have
don't
much
know.
going on.
I just feel like logically also there should be like a little more to him accepting than just like some extra cash. I mean, maybe it is just that
Yes, of
simple.
course. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I agree. So like I don't know their constraints. I don't know their strategy. Who knows what they're thinking? This could just it just could be a stupid decision. But
yeah, I
but
just
yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. Like, I look at some of these things and it's like, okay, we got a fucking pro gamer, a record producer, fashion creator,
Let me check the.
streamer. Like, none of these things. The only thing that has to do with anime is they have Lisa. Like, that's like the only anime person they've gotten.
What's the goat?
Technically, they also got Chiaki Kuriyama, who has voiced in a few, or like voiced in a few anime and
Mhm.
done vocals for others, but like not much.
Hiroyuki Sawano. That's also
Well, yeah, that's like
baby
they have like
baby goat,
they
bro.
have musical talent like
Yeah,
performing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like
Of
as
course.
for um like the actual like in show stuff, like they have two people who've ever done anything with anime, and then it's just a bunch of people who like maybe watch anime. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like we've seen at least like a bit of Megan Thee Stallion. I've she's probably watched more than we know, I guess. But like even if I accept that, all these other people, why should I care? Is
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Um, I just cannot imagine fucking like some of these people having
No, I don't know. Yeah,
enough
it's just
anime like
this.
caring to, I don't know.
Be interesting people if you're not already a fan of them.
Of
Yeah,
course, yes, yes, I agree. It's just
like I think
you never know what's going. It's also like people being out of touch with like I don't know what is available or like who's available to bring on to the to the
Well,
award
yeah,
show.
because that's also what's kind of interesting. Because I feel like
Yeah,
there's a decent amount of people nowadays that you could pick for stuff like this.
yeah. But again, that's also like an availability thing. Who knows if they have other
Yeah,
commitments that time? Like again, it's just it's possible that all of it is just stupid decisions on the part of Crunchyroll or the people organizing the awards. But it's also possible that it's like partially due to some constraints that they may have. So,
yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
Jamal was just like, yeah, I can't be there.
Yeah, I can't, bro. I gotta. I don't know. What does he have to do? Something.
I do think there's validity in saying that the Dallas Cowboys market is one of the better ones that you could
Yeah, I'm not
try
sure
to
specifically
swing
about
at.
I mean
Marcus
it's the
Lawrence, but
biggest
yeah, maybe.
market, but like still like half of that,
Yeah.
or not even half, like 90% of that market definitely doesn't give a fuck.
No. The
That's the
10%, bro.
flip
The ten
side.
percent.
Is it's like you might be looking at those numbers and thinking like, man, that's a big fan base to try and get interested, but I don't think that that's converting in the same way.
No, but I
But that's
think.
also like that's like where it comes down to decision making from the people
Yeah.
that we just don't know what went into the decision, right? If they just
Right.
saw
But
a
like,
big number of Dallas Cowboys fans and was
sure.
like, well, I mean, if 2% of those watch, that's, this many people.
Yeah. Also, like, if how can you get fans from different demographics? This isn't just anime. This is anything. How can you get them to get into whatever product you're making or whatever you know whatever you're doing, right? Like unless you do something to like integrate, like that's all it is. It's like you can call it a publicity stunt or whatever, but it's like you can say that like no Dallas Cowboys fans would watch the Crunchyroll Awards, which may or may not be true. But it's
Mhm.
how how can I reach other demographics is essentially like their goal, right?
I just feel like word of mouth does better than like, all right, let's
Does it?
throw money at this
Does it?
guy. And yeah, I think it does. I feel like
You think so?
you have, all right, Marcus Lawrence show up for this one thing, and then
Yeah, yeah,
it's like, okay,
yeah. I don't think that alone either.
now it's like, all right, so they've watched this award show. Now what? Like they don't go
Yeah.
like
Now
no
what? Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
sure. That
And
alone
who's
won't
to
do it.
say anyone like sticks around for the award show? Like like, all right, Demarcus Lawrence is supposed to be in
There's no
this, but
guarantees.
like when is he gonna show up? And then like how long is he gonna show up? And it's like, do I really care about any of this stuff in between?
Sure.
I just don't feel like this this is like the celebration of like the medium, and I think that
Right.
people who are only people who are invested in the medium are truly gonna give a fuck.
Are really going to
Mhm.
care.
Even
Yeah.
the people invested in the medium don't give a fuck. We make fun of this every year, and
That's
so
true.
it's
It's
like
true. It's true.
it's like
Yeah.
I just don't. Especially the time. It is 4 a.m. No one is gonna stay up till
That's
4
true.
a.m. to watch the
For this.
Crunchyroll Anime Awards just because DeMarcus Lawrence is in it. No one gives a fuck.
Dallas
Like,
Cowboys fans are at 4 a.m. like
you know
crying or
what?
something.
The more I think about this, the stupider it just
That's true.
gets. Like,
Actually, I didn't even think about the time yet.
yeah, this is dumb as fuck.
Okay, this is troll, bro.
This is
We'll,
literally
we'll host our own. We'll host our own awards show and get Jamal Williams. That's the goat, bro.
Yeah, I'm
We'll get him
sure
on. We'll get him.
I'll pay him $5 and maybe he'll come in.
You know what? He'll show up. That's my guy. He's not my guy.
But yeah,
No,
mean,
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you said. I'm just trying to rationalize it. To be honest, there's got to be
I
a
mean, I
reason.
get you're playing the devil's advocate, but the more we talk, the more I'm like,
Yeah,
the
The
devil's
more,
fucking
yeah.
stupid.
of course. Yeah, logistically, I mean, it just it, I don't know. It's a bunch of boomers, out of touch boomers, trying to trying to do what they can to get people involved. But it's
But yeah, I mean, it's just
yeah,
it's such a different thing that you can't just expect to. Yeah, I don't know. With everything we've said, plus the fact that this is gonna be at 4 a.m. for like East
yeah,
Coast, at
I think 4 a.m.
best 1 a.m.
kind of
for
gets
other
me.
people.
yeah.
It's like I
I don't
can
know.
see your
That's
point to an extent if it's
yes.
at like
I'm speaking more
8
generally, but yeah,
Eastern. Yeah,
yes,
but
yeah,
I just feel like it'd be you'd probably get more fucking traction out of paying DeMarcus Lawrence like $5,000 to tweet that he really hyped about the newest episode of Free Run or something like that. Like,
Hmm.
then I mean, I just don't.
yeah. Okay, that's true. That's true. I
I just
think
don't think
something
the
like Twitter. I mean, just has
appearance.
more wider reach, right? Yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's wider reach, and it doesn't. I think both don't really do a lot, but it mean you're paying less, and you're
sure,
probably having
true.
like most people like, oh, Demon Slayer, I've heard of that before. It's like, yeah,
Hmm.
you're not trying to get people interested in fucking Demon Slayer. People might already have an interest there. Get them interested in something else, and then that is what will make them potentially check out a wider variety. Um,
Possible. Yeah.
if you mention a wider variety, if you keep like gassing up the popular ones, what happens when you don't have like a Giga show around? Like whenever fucking Jutsu Kaisen ends and whenever Demon Slayer end, then what's next for anime?
Yeah.
Are we still
True.
gonna be gassing Naruto in fucking 10 years? Like,
Yes,
I mean,
probably.
yes,
Yes,
probably,
yes.
but like how well will that do for your marketing, right? Like people are gonna go watch Naruto and then fucking what? You need to it's yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
There's only so much that I think bringing on like DeMarcus Lawrence, who says he's watched Dragon Ball before, um, onto your award show is gonna do for your viewer count there, or just viewer interest in general. I don't know. I guess it's like trying to be like, oh, this person that you like likes anime too, and there's other ways to do that, and so it doesn't really matter.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. It's 2 weeks and
2 weeks, and then we
two
get to
weeks
make
from
fun of
now.
the award winners.
Yeah, I'm not staying up for 4 a.m. for that. I'll figure out the results Sunday when I wake up. But we'll see what happens. We've already made our predictions. I still have that sheet. So we'll see who gets the most right. Uh, uh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Do we have a punishment for who gets
I
the
mean the
most?
episode doesn't exist in general, so I could technically like deny that we
Oh,
ever
that's
spoke
true.
it.
That's
So
true. Oh, okay. Convenient.
yeah,
No,
I can
it's this
conveniently
episode's
deny the
gonna lose.
existence of that. Yeah.
I have it. I have the logs. I have the
Yeah, I mean, I don't
evidence.
know what punishment we do anyway. Like, you have to watch
Oh,
like the entirety of Kiss This or something. I don't know, dude.
oh my
Like,
gosh.
there's no.
Don't,
I mean, I
there's no
guess you could do
punishment, no prize,
anime
nothing.
based punishment, I guess, but I don't know. You said you
We'll
were gonna
figure
be
it out.
busy.
We'll have.
PK struggles to watch anime like for joy instead of for punishment, so it's like
That's crazy. Uh,
it's
okay,
yeah,
but
I don't know.
it's very minor bragging rights. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
That's the extent
I
of
know how
this.
dumb people are more than everyone else. Yeah.
Sure. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Um, Just, I mean, I've looked a little more at the list, and I mean, I still find it stupid. They have the director for Spider Verse on there, which is at least like tangentially
That actually
involved.
might be. Yeah, I was gonna say that actually
Sure.
might be kind of valid.
Yeah, I mean,
But like, he isn't. I would love if people who knew anything about these shows were the ones, talking about them.
right.
Like, I guarantee if I were
Well,
to
that's
look at,
why I feel like it'd be more fun to just know the credentials here, like we did with Megan, right? We heard
yeah,
everything she watched and was like, okay, you know what? I'm fine with this now. Big name has watched enough stuff that I can at least respect it for like a celebrity guest appearance. I mean, obviously, we shouldn't expect any of these people to have watched 500-600 anime
Yeah,
in
I'm
their
not
time,
expecting that.
but
Like, I
No.
just want like maybe who maybe knows? Maybe fucking Spider Verse director watched Bocchi the Rock, and we just don't know that. You know, he could be. But
yeah,
it's
like
like,
something like that.
yeah. I mean, I just feel like
Like
you could
knowing
definitely
it is
find people.
what's kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just dumb that. Yeah, I don't know because only so I've like tried looking at some of their names on like in search engines, but like Megan Thee Stallion's like the only one with like a at least somewhat extensive list of like things that she has watched. Um, and then like all the others, like I had to dig deep to find that fucking the Spider Verse director watched Macross apparently. Um, and he has like I don't know, he's probably been inspired by some other anime, so he's got like an older knowledge at least. I doubt he's watched anything recently though.
Mm.
Um, and, you know, two people are actually in the industry. Iman Vellani is well, she's like the Marvel actor or actress. And she's younger, so I'm sure she's watched some things. But like, what would the count in that? I don't know. Maybe she's watched Butcher the Rock. She'll be our what's it called? Our advocate.
One thing I am excited about, and that I'm kind of sad that I won't get to see live. Well, choose not to see live. Is the live musical performances that they seem to be having, like USOB and stuff. So, um, I don't know. I always like watching that kind of stuff on like award shows and stuff like that whenever they have someone cool perform. So I'm kind of sad I'll miss that part, but I'll just watch the video of it on YouTube. But that part I'm definitely very excited about. Um, I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
something I'm
I find it fun.
cool.
Like someone up there is gonna go announce the best original anime, and I guarantee none of them have even heard of anything
No,
on this
watched
list.
any of those. Yeah.
Forget watch. None of them heard about it or anything. Maybe in like the pre-show. Like these are the things they can win.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's so like I don't know, it's very American corporate award show.
Boomers, bro. Too powerful.
Amen.
Oh
Anyway,
my god.
I'm excited. Regardless, for the fallout or the
I'm excited to make fun of it. That's like the main thing
yes,
to bring up.
exactly.
Demon Slayer's
Yes.
gonna win Best Fantasy, and then I'm gonna bitch about it for an episode, and then we'll go back to normal. It's like,
Until next year.
yeah.
This is a
Until
cycle.
next
It's a
year when
cycle.
when Demon Slayer training arc wins Best Fantasy, and I actually just it, like quit the podcast live and genuinely like
It's crazy.
because
Yeah.
clearly nothing matters anymore. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Certainly in every moment. Oh, all right. Well, I don't have anything else. It was
I don't have anything else.
It was.
I'm
It's.
very excited for 2 weeks from now, though. It's gonna be good.
I literally just watched all of Shangri-La Frontier, and then have been playing RuneScape again because I took like a month break from that.
Oh my
I
god.
had my any list wrapped 3 weeks ago. I forgot about that. That was
I
a
did
Oh
big
yeah,
have
deal.
that
my any list wrapped, but it was kind
I
of
won't
funny
buy
because I've not technically completed any manga this year, so the only one on there was a 18 plus manhwa that was
it.
just blurred out on the wrapped, and it made me
It's
laugh.
crazy.
Made me laugh that it was just like a little blurred out. So it was good. It was like a cute little story.
Yeah, I only completed technically 4 this year, and so I couldn't even get a top 5. And one of them is just like the Oshinoko like extra chapters they had while it was
Mm,
on break for a month. So, uh,
Holy that circular chart, whatever the genre stats. It's a very
it was kind of funny.
interesting plot.
yeah, a big fat blob pointed towards
Yeah,
Tony
it's
and Ranma,
ooh,
and then
You see if I
Fan-
can go
the
grab mine.
graphic
Fantasy has a little
designer.
spike.
Graphic
Here's
designers are
mine.
rolling in the grave.
We had like the same chart. Our little blob is almost identical.
Yeah, pretty much. I might have had like I have a little more in the way of where'd the mecha come
Yeah, I
from?
mean it's not exactly
Literally,
the
where did
same,
that
but
come
it's
from?
like
Is my question. I've not watched any.
on yours.
Yeah, there's like a little spike
Interesting.
towards mecha, but
There
I
is
haven't
like a
watched
little
any
mecha.
mecha.
Get this.
Wait, hold on. The blue is me. What is the fucking red? What is Quasil?
So the white is average.
You're like being compared to
The
other people,
blue
I
is
feel like.
you. Yeah, who is the purple? Mine also. I
You
have
have a
like an
different
orange
person.
on
You have
mine.
orange, yeah,
I have an
yeah.
orange on mine that's also like a random
Could I
person.
like compete against someone else? Like, I have no
That's
idea.
very random. Is it
Well,
supposed to be like the person most similar to you or something?
That's what it looks like
maybe.
based on these.
Like it's
Well, I mean, not really. I mean,
like it's matching you with someone similar-ish. I don't know.
I
because
guess.
that doesn't even seem that true. Because it's like yours and Daniel's
Because
are
mine and Daniel might be
seem.
closer than the ones that we're matched with.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but
No idea. But it
yeah.
is interesting seeing like community comparison. Like I was, well, am I in
Oh,
the top
average. Yeah.
92% of manga chapters read? Like, I don't know exactly how that works.
That
Like,
means that there is
like only 8% more people who.
92% people more, isn't it? If
Well,
you're top,
I'm in the top 92 as
Yeah,
opposed
it's
to.
just.
yes, that means you're
I
at
It's,
the bottom. That means you're at the bottom of that 92.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like you're 92nd
No,
percentile. You're
right.
8th percentile.
That's so confusing. I mean, it's not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
confusing when you think
It's
about it,
like
but
a
it's just like
weird.
weird. Why?
It's
Why?
a
Why not
weird
use
way.
percentile?
It's a weird way to say it. But like for example, if you look at mine, I've read way less manga and I'm
Yeah.
top
Okay. Yeah. I'm comparing
99%
yours. Yes.
because I would fall into the 99%, like the very bottom category.
Yeah.
Okay,
Daniel has seen
I
more
see.
anime, and he gives a yeah.
So what that means is that 92% more of users on any list have read more than you, basically.
In that year, who the fuck is watching like as much? Dude, the fact that I'm only at 75
The
for
fact that
anime
you're
is insane.
75 anime is crazy.
Like
It could be like
I understand not being at the very very top because there's crackheads in the world, but like I don't understand. Like I completed 106. That's not like a little bit. Like it's a lot.
no. I wonder if it does like if somebody just registered for AniList in 2023 and put their entire backlog of anime.
Yeah, that probably
Yeah, I
would
don't
That
count.
I
know
feel like that's
exactly how that works. Like, because I can, there's a lot of people out there in the world. I don't know if there's another like 74%
I
more
don't know.
in terms of like would watching one more anime, how much would that have jumped me, I guess. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Like 106 is a lot. A lot. Um,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I guess it's like most of that's seasonals, I guess, but I guess it just means more people watch non-seasonals than I did.
Yeah, I
Um,
legitimately think it's just like people putting their entire backlog of anime in there, and that like accounts for like I don't know the top 50% or something like that. It's just people like registering like shows that they've seen 5 years ago, but it like because they signed up this year, it register. I mean, it shows up as a 2023
Hmm.
the show that they watched in 2023. That's what I assume. I can't think of any other reason because you're right. Like you've watched a lot this year, so that's the only thing I can think of.
yeah,
Someone just registering in 2023 and putting all 300 anime they've seen. What else could it be? I
yeah,
guess
I mean, I guess a combination of that and people with who have too much time on their hands.
crackheads, like you said. Yeah.
But yeah, and the follow count's weird. I don't feel like I'm following or have 61 followers, or if I'm following 42 people, but I guess I am.
It's hard to say too, because like we also have probably a good chunk of that just our friends. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like mine is also like 51 followers, 61 following, but I also random follow people sometimes, and I'll like follow back if people follow me. So that doesn't feel too surprising because I'm like 15 to 20 of that is probably just like friends that I could name off the top of my head.
yeah. Now I'm looking. I guess I have more friends than I thought I did. I don't know. Like, I
Hey,
guess
that's a good
that's a good
realization.
problem to
Maybe.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess there are more weebs in the world than I expected.
Yeah.
More weebs that
Or
I
they're
follow
hidden.
than I
They're
expected.
hidden.
Um. Yeah. I don't know. goofy chart. I never like thought about it too much because like I looked at the 92%. I'm like, I feel like it's the other way, but I also feel like that the anime one threw me off. I'm like, because like for a second, like obviously I'm not reading the insane amount of manga, but I'm like, 1,000 chapters read is still like a fair amount. Not everyone reads manga, so like maybe I am in the top 92%, like truly top. But no, that
No,
makes
yeah,
sense.
that is a very. I've never seen that. I mean, I have like. I I think I guess like when you think about like top, like you always think about like the top 5%, top 10%. So in that like sense, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
But like
like
it's just weird. Like you never hear about like the top 80%. That just sounds like troll.
yeah,
Like why would you
like for us, it
say
feels like it's
bottom
wrong
something, right? Yeah.
because that's not. It just looks gross.
It
Like it
does
looks
look
like
extremely gross.
Yeah.
percentiles because they're so high numbers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's. I wonder what is it like based on episode and chapter counts as opposed to like completed. Like, because I
It
mean, if you
probably
look at PK,
is.
it's like I completed 56 more than he did in the year, but only like 300 more episodes ish. Um,
Yeah. You'd have
but
to.
I'm 11%
I
ahead.
don't know the
I don't know.
distribution either. Too. But,
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I never will know because I don't care. But
you don't want to. You don't want to investigate everyone else's annie list to figure out why they have like 5,000 anime
and I mean, I've
watched.
I've seen enough weirdos on here to understand
Yeah.
why I
Fair
might
enough.
be in the 75th percentile of anime watching.
I forget if it was you or PK who had like that random guy who like liked all of your activity. Oh my
That
It
happens
just
gosh,
all the
happens
time.
every now and then. Yeah,
it happens, but
it's like an annual thing.
I don't know. Yeah, there was like one guy who was like following one of you around. I don't know, maybe it wasn't you or someone else, but it was just funny. There was just like one guy that was just like following all of your activity. Yeah, I get like random links from like random people I've never heard
Yeah,
of.
every
Whenever I
now and then, someone like it's people like to look at activities like specific shows, and they'll be like, "Oh, they watched that episode. Yeah, I'll like that." And then I'll go to their profile and like
yeah,
the past like entire wall of things
they
they've
have
done.
alerts, bro. They have alerts for whenever someone watches like the 17th episode of Demon Slayer or something. It's like, oh, I gotta
I mean,
like that.
sometimes like there's someone like when I watch K-On! Like specifically, they have like a K-On! Or like like K-On! Based profile, and every time I'd watch like another like chunk of it or like complete it, they would like that activities, and
Hmm.
I guess they just do that for everyone. Like I don't know why. Uh,
Yeah,
some people got nothing better to
fans,
do,
bro.
I guess. But yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, some people got too much time.
Too much side effects.
Oh fuck, I forgot about this. Holy shit. Okay, you know, well, we can make this like the final topic of the episode.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Do you all see the McDonald's anime?
No,
What?
I've heard about this.
Let
I
me
saw it
Let's see.
trending.
I don't even know what it is.
so yeah,
What is
they're
this?
making a McDonald's anime apparently. I don't. I mean,
McDonald's? Is this it?
yeah, McDonald's.
Holy.
So February 26th apparently. I don't know. It's probably gonna be like one episode or some shit, but like
It's just kind of funny to think about. Yeah.
what? It's so stupid.
It's just shorts, right? Anime shorts, seems like.
I mean, I guarantee it'll be dog shit, but like,
Oh, yeah, okay. Have I seen this trailer on Twitter? No, I haven't. Dude, what is this? The creators of the world's most iconic fries? This is crazy.
yeah, it's
Okay, it'd
really.
probably be bad, but it's kind of sick. It's kind of cool. It's kind of,
It's
Imagine
so
it's good though.
dull. It's not gonna be good. I can absolutely
I
guarantee
know,
that.
I know, but it's like, it's just, I
You know
don't
what
know.
makes me
It's
upset? It's probably gonna have better animation than like things I enjoy. Um,
facts.
or like
You
it's gonna be
got
better than like
outdone by
Angel.
McDonald's, bro.
Yeah,
Your
fucking
favorite show got
the
outdone by
Medalist
McDonald's.
adaptation is gonna be outdone by McDonald's, and I'm gonna fucking cry.
McDonald's is so funny. Just like,
It's so stupid. I don't know. March will be an interesting month, I guess. Was we were talking about Crunchyroll Awards, but then also Anime Japan happens in March, towards the end of March. So
Oh.
yeah, we'll get a bunch of information about new shows and then probably some new things
right.
announced.
That's the next thing you guys got to go to is you've been to Anime Expo, Anime Japan. That's the next
I
thing.
Yeah,
mean, the next thing I'm
definitely.
going to is Anime Matsuri in Houston. So
Okay, is that big? How big is it?
it's not that big.
Okay,
It's like
okay.
it's like a good size, but like
It is. I mean, yeah,
I won't expect to get like huge announcements like
sure.
I had at Anime Expo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you might get something, but you're not gonna.
There might be something, but it won't be like potential of every panel I go to like some big thing
Yeah.
or like world premieres of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually. Now that I think about it, Houston's a huge city. So,
It'll be good.
yeah.
It'll be like a smaller version of AX basically.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And probably for the best.
To be fair, yeah. Yeah. So, Anime Japan, I low key kind of want to go there one day. Not,
I
I don't have the
mean,
funds for it now, but I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool.
like you go there and then you're sitting in the panel like, what the fuck is happening? That is what you're gonna be doing. Like, you're not gonna be able to
Don't worry
understand
about.
anything.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that
I
part.
mean, it'd be hyped to go to like the ReZero panel and then like you have no idea what they're saying, but then the trailer plays and you're like, now I know. Now I know what we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, there's not even like a technical reason. Like they live stream their panels. Like this isn't like you don't have to go to Anime Japan. Basically, you can very much just watch like the stage streams as opposed
Yeah, of
to
course.
AX, where it's like I think some of them got streamed, but not all of them or many of them, especially not the important things. But I don't know. I guess
Yep.
also in March, the Bunny Girl movie comes to the U.S. Both of them at the same time
Mhm.
in one viewing.
Nice.
So I gotta rewatch one to get
I
to the
still have to
other.
watch that. Yeah. To finish the show, but I haven't watched it. So.
But yeah, March 23rd. I'll probably look at tickets later. I guess.
Ooh, that's true. I've never watched an anime movie in a theater. Maybe that should be my first experience.
I think tickets were supposed to go on sale today, but I don't know. I don't know where they are. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, there's double feature for March 24th. I think I could have sworn tickets were supposed to be on sale today. I'll look for it later, I guess. I just kind of want to see it. I wonder if there's like one even near me. Like, cause it's gonna be a select theaters for sure.
Yeah.
The last one was like 20 minutes away. I think it wasn't that bad, but you never know with this one. I guess I prefer if it's the one like 5 minutes from my house. That'd be great.
Hmm.
We'll see. Anyway, I do not think we have. The moment we mentioned the McDonald's anime, that was. I also said
I
that was
mean,
going to be the end of the episode.
that
So
was kind of. It was interesting.
it's certainly something. I'm scrolling through Twitter and then I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then yeah, it's yeah. I mean it's like just fucking like McDonald's isekai. I don't know, dude. We've gone too far clearly. But speaking of going too far, this episode has gone too far in terms of time. Not really. This is a fine place to end it, but
It's a fine place. I do need to bed soon,
understandable.
but
Understandable.
But yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed, then you should click a like, 5-star, whatever the platform you're on. If you want to go from the audio only side of things to the YouTube, is the Order and Anime podcast on YouTube. Can't possibly miss it. From YouTube to audio only, I'm not fixing the link, so you'll have to go to whatever relevant podcasting platform you're on, and you can search the exact same thing. We're the only one. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. EST, without fail, except for when we do, there will be a new episode up for you to enjoy. So thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in another episode. Goodbye.